Okay, so for week 7 of fall anime shows popping off again, I'll talk about the shows I enjoyed this week. Most of the popular stuff I'm watching pretty much, but yeah, there's some other stuff. Bleach, another insane fight. This one was kind of messed up. Dandadan, we're getting high school drama, but we're also getting like these crazy ass monsters out of nowhere. I don't know if these characters can handle it. ReZero, the plan is continuing. Cool episode to wrap up the season. We kind of ended off in a sick way with Subaru and Reinhardt teaming up. That was nice. And besides that, a lot of other shows keep going. So yeah, let's get started. I'll start off with Bleach this week. So yeah, we have an insane fight here. Episode 8 of the Blood War Part 3. Oh my god, yo, my Aira fight. This was so uncomfortable. All of Mayuri's fights are unsettling, where he uses like fucked up experiments to help him. This one, it's funny because like they kind of need his power to beat these guys. The villains are kind of like so powerful. I wasn't really a huge fan of this fight. It was very unsettling, but also the music was very nice. And then seeing Kenpachi and Mayuri kind of like talk and insult each other, it was just like so funny. So yeah, I mean, this fight was like very unserious, kind of. So it starts off with Mayuri and Kenpachi coming up against Pernita. So he's the kind of like tiny Quincy that we've seen that compresses things. His power is a bit insane because if you get near him, he'll just crush you. He'll compress your body. And unless you have Orihime right next to you to heal you, then that's like fatal damage right there. So yeah, Kenpachi kind of rushes in. His arm gets crushed immediately, but he was like so fast that he was able to counterattack and slice the head of Pernita. The problem is, you know, these Quincy's, they can heal. This one has like some fucked up evolution too. It's like growing like fingers on his head. And we realize what this is. It's kind of crazy. It's the left hand of the Soul King. So we saw Ukitake. He got right hand. He got Mimi Haki-sama. This one is the rogue left hand. Is there other body parts that we should know about? The legs, the torso, the dick? I don't know, man. But yeah, we got the left and right hand. So it's kind of like a very fitting detail, although we don't know why he's working with Yowatch. Mayuri even asked him, but yeah, we don't really get an answer. It looks like it's evolving as the fight goes on because we've seen the right hand that Ukitake has. It kind of like controls like stillness, while the left hand kind of controls progress. So yeah, it's fitting. Like as it takes more damage, it kind of like evolves into like a bigger hand, has veins growing everywhere, and it can just like destroy you if it touches you. So we also get some information on what it actually does. So it doesn't really psychically compress you. It more like inserts its veins inside of yourself, infiltrates your body, and just like crushes you from the inside. So yeah, Mayuri has like a lot of counters to this. One, his Zanpakuto kind of has like this nerve agent that kind of stuns you. So that means his power can't infiltrate your body. Also, Mayuri's body itself is like kind of like half robot. It's just like enhanced, so you can't really infiltrate it either. Mayuri keeps asking him stuff. Don't call me left hand, call me Pernita, parking gas. The hand is just like growing, throwing veins everywhere. Everyone's just like trying to retreat. We see Kenpachi, he got like a bit fucked up. So his whole right arm is cut off. We got to get that healed. So he's kind of out of the fight, unfortunately. But yeah, Mayuri's doing his thing. Mayuri has like a lot of different stuff. He has like umbrella shields. He has like humanoid bombs that like blow up the fingers. He kind of like takes off his sun cloak that he was like wearing throughout the whole Blood War. And now finally he kind of flies in and does his Bankai, because he realizes that the left arm is kind of evolving a bit too fast. Instead of like one arm, it grows bigger. Now there's 3 arms. So if you keep damaging it, it'll keep evolving. So yeah, Mayuri does his Bankai. It's like the Juzo statue, the little baby. But instead of like spitting acid, as we've seen like he did with Ashita, this one is a modified Bankai. It's a golden baby with veins outside of its skin. So a baby's just in constant pain from the outside atmosphere. And it's just like this fucked up giant 8-legged baby. Because it has this layer of veins on the outside of its skin, it has 70,000 layers. Pernita has to like penetrate each layer to kind of like kill it. And he can't, because 70,000 layers, that's gonna take a long time. So it's like the perfect seal for the left arm. The baby just like swallows the arms. And now it's just like living inside the baby. I mean, it's probably not a permanent solution, but I guess it's good enough for Mayuri to kind of like hold it down as like a test sample. But yeah, definitely a fucked up fight. But I mean, Mayuri, he defeated one of the Quincy's, so I mean, that's a good thing. I guess like all our team were taking L's recently, but maybe this is like a pattern of things to come. Maybe the heroes will start winning. But yeah, pretty fucked up fight. I wasn't a huge fan. They use CGI on the hand, which was okay. They use it when they can, just like animating like huge objects. They use it with Sajin's Bankai, the dog dude, and they also used it with Yamamoto. But yeah, besides that, another fight, definitely very fucked up. I'm pretty sure Kenpachi, he's not out of commission yet, but he has to get healed. And yeah, we'll see what all the other characters do in the future. All right, so for Dandadan, episode 8, insane episode, because like, yeah, towards the end, we get this like crazy ass fight, like unexpected out of nowhere, just like the biggest like group of monsters attacking the students. So yeah, that's kind of like an impossible circumstance right there, but we'll get there. But yeah, as we start off the episode, we save Aira, so we start eating food with her. It looks like there's a pattern. Every time we defeat a monster, we're gonna eat like something, share a meal that's like related to that monster's body part. Now they're eating these long type of noodles that look like hair, and you know the vibes are pretty awkward because you know Aira and Momo, they don't really like each other. Okarun's caught in the middle of it, and then we see Aira actually like caught some feelings for Okarun randomly. I guess like he saved her, and then yeah, she also thinks that Momo is a demon that's like controlling Okarun and her grandmother. So she's like, oh, I gotta free them. And since she fell in love with Okarun, she thinks this is like some like hot forbidden romance. You know, she's like the savior, she's a human and he's a demon. It's very funny. You also see she got her ideas of romance from like her single dad, just like she took his porn collection. That was also kind of like a fun gag. Also after that, yeah, Okarun gets his ball back, so yeah, one ball, they kind of like play a baseball game, and a Turbo Granny just like pitches it into his legs, and then yeah, he gets it. And yeah, you know, one ball is back. That's what the anime is all about, bro. We gotta rescue this dude's balls. So I guess, you know, we'll kind of hang out, chill into high school until we find the second win. So yeah, stuff is going well, but we see on the same day, next day, that Okarun kind of ditches Momo for lunch. He's kind of sus. He's like, oh, I have another project to do that I might be busy. So Momo feels a bit sad because they've been like pretty close. She actually sees Okarun on top of Aira kissing her. So yeah, what happened there? We get the scene again in Okarun's perspective, where instead of like doing a project, it was actually skipping lunch to train, just like do workouts for his body so he can like kind of contribute in these fights better. So yeah, I don't know why he had to hide it to Momo. Maybe he wants to like show that he was like working on his own, he was grinding. But yeah, it led to like a lot of misunderstandings because Aira just like meets him and then tries to kiss him, and then they fall on top of each other. So anyway, that was pretty funny. It's like a misunderstanding that we'll probably solve soon. But yeah, besides that, you know, the school goes on, and in the same day they get attacked by another alien. So yeah, we see they're in like some black space. It's like similar to the one by Momo's house in the second episode, but yeah, now they have to fight an alien. But it looks like there's like 3 different groups of aliens like in this classroom right now. So first off, Momo's fighting like this Loch Ness monster looking like reptile thing. Looks straight out of Shin Godzilla when he like blew a laser underground and just like, you know, blew up the whole city. But this one, this like kind of Loch Ness monster in this water area in the school just like shoots a beam in the hallway, destroys like the entire like classroom area, and yeah, Momo's trying to like dodge. So yeah, this anime sets up the spooky atmosphere so well. I literally didn't expect another fight to happen so soon. So it looks like this humanoid mantis shrimp with like boxing gloves. It's like we see the mantis shrimp's punch has the force of 150 kilograms. So yeah, I'm a strong dude right here. Okarun's kind of transforming to like help Aira, but then the problem is there's other aliens coming in. It's the Serpos. So they're kind of like the nerdy rapist aliens that want your banana. I don't know why they're teaming up. But yeah, basically, we have to fight this mantis shrimp. He's like singing a song, dancing, going like, Chiquita, I have a dream. And the Serpos kind of take off Okarun's clothes. He's like straight up naked right now. It's kind of unexpected. It looks like he's about to get like his banana taken away. And that's when Aira transforms. She has the power of the Acro Silky. And now she's kind of like a supernatural dancer. Her hair also has superpowers as well. It can tie people up. That seems pretty insane. It looks like all these characters are developing supernatural powers. So, I mean, that'll help in the long run, I guess, as we make more allies. But besides that insane episode, there's like 3 aliens out here we're straight up fighting, and they all seem to be like pretty powerful. So hopefully things go well. And yeah, that's it for Dandadan. Okay, so for ReZero Season 3 Episode 8, this is the finale for the first part of Season 3. So yeah, next anime season in the winter, we'll get more ReZero, I'm pretty sure. Besides that, yeah, pretty decent season, 8 episodes. First episode was super long. They did that Oshinoko hour-and-a-half right there. So yeah, that was nice. It was a pretty good length because it like kind of showed Subaru kind of chilling, hanging out. Time skip where, you know, he didn't die. His relationship with Amelia gets stronger, and then they kind of like continue their journey. So yeah, that was cool. But then yeah, they finally met Sirius, and then he got killed like 3 times. But besides that, you know, stuff keeps going in this episode. We get so much different types of lore drops. So each character kind of doing some things. I do have questions, but I realize there's a lot of stuff left unexplained intentionally. Basically, yeah, the first thing is that we see Subaru, he can absorb this dragon blood power. He meets up with Krush because, yeah, her face got fucked up by the dragon blood. It looks like she's still alive. We see Fellas very concerned, so I feel bad for him because he was taking care of a lot of people this season. So yeah, Fellas was pretty much like playing up the nurse this season. Also, we get this big thing. Subaru can absorb the dragon blood. So like he touches it, he like yells in pain. It looks like he's being tortured, so that was like drawn pretty well. His face is like screaming. But yeah, like he absorbs the dragon blood into his arms. So yeah, he keeps touching Krush, and then it looks like her whole arm and face is healed. But yeah, Subaru has the dragon blood growing growing in his body now. So his legs and arms are both kind of like weird, mushy, magical like forms right now. I don't think that's good, bro. You should probably get that checked out. But hey, if it leads to more kind of main character power-ups, that's cool. Maybe not, though. It'll probably lead to more suffering. We got to see. But yeah, Subaru got dragon blood powers now. Also, after that, we see Subaru talking to Reinhardt's grandfather. So he was fighting the black mask dudes that was working for Lust. And then he realizes their identities. So they're actually like dead people that are resurrected. They got the Edo Tensei out here. So yeah, one of them is like this like super 8-armed swordsman that was like really strong but supposedly died. And the second one is Reinhardt's grandmother. So she was the former master swordsman, had a divine protection, but died 15 years ago in the story. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. They said to keep it secret, but I mean, it's kind of fucked up that Lust can do this, but it looks like the grandfather wants to fight her. So Subaru's kind of managing the war table. Everyone's like pinpointing what to do. And then Subaru will team up with Reinhardt himself to fight Regulus. Great. That's very nice, nice team up. And, the battle begins. Also, before that, we did get some lore with Otto. He recreated like that book that the archbishops were looking for, Echidna's journal or whatever. It's like the prototype version of their beliefs. So yeah, that's kind of important, I guess, but they got burnt up. So yeah, Otto like recreated them randomly off screen. We don't really question that, but he did it because he didn't trust Roswell. So yeah, that might play a part in the future. Otto has been so helpful these past few seasons, so I guess he's like a pretty good team member here. Everyone else is kind of sent off to fight the other factions. And then, yeah, we end the episode off with the wedding. Amelia is there with the wedding dress. The remaining wives are like in attendance. There's like 50 of them. Amelia keeps talking though, because yeah, everyone's quiet. They're like, okay, a perfect wife, you have to be quiet, don't smile, don't show emotion. But Amelia's just like talking back. She's like, I don't think this is what a real wedding's supposed to be. We don't love each other. There's no connection here. Subaru, like, he calls me by my name, and then you just using numbers out here. That sucks. Regulus is like, bitch, you talk about Subaru? You talk about another man in front of me? So he's about to pop off. Amelia's like not apologizing either. This was a very intense face-off. I'm like, yes, queen, yes, Amelia, talk back to him. And yeah, it looks like Regulus was about to attack Amelia, and then Reinhardt just like walks in with Subaru, kicks the door down. And yeah, the door hits Regulus. I guess they're gonna start fighting, but yeah, the anime ends there. So yeah, I mean, cool ending. It felt really good. Classic ReZero fashion, no ending song, just like, long episode, and intense emotional moments, good music. So that's it for ReZero this season. I did like it. It does have like, the same problems ReZero always has, where there's like so much world building, they don't really have time to explain everything. They just introduce so much new shit at you. Super's always kind of being annoying, not really like too smart, but he excels at like being a good leader and kind of working with his allies to like survive. Besides that though, I did like Liliana. I thought she was like a randomly cool character to introduce. I thought she was like an annoying lolly at first, but she was actually kind of funny and did have some use in this season. Besides that though, a lot of like crazy shit happened. I don't really know how they escaped gluttony like multiple times. Otto escaped gluttony, like he did it with like his magic bugs, but then when Julius and everyone else was fighting him, I'm like, damn bro, this is him, this is the Archbishop of Gluttony, and you're just like surviving these encounters. That's kind of crazy. But besides that, more ReZero is always fun, and yeah, we'll see it continue in the winter. All right, and now for Orb about the movement of Earth, episode 9. Pretty standard episode. We get backstory about Count Piast. It looks like the squad wants to team up with him, work with him, but this is like his life's work. If he kind of agrees that the Earth is spinning, it's moving, it's at the center of the universe, then all his research, he's an old man, it's just for nothing. He believes in the truth more than anything, but there's also a lot of stuff in his past that makes him try to like kind of question himself. A lot of people like did look up to him, like he was like very smart, and his master kind of like entrusted his library to him to kind of like continue on with the research. So he felt this was like a big task to protect the cosmos. He didn't really think he was worthy of it, and even in his old age, like he still doesn't feel good about it. We see the big reason why he like kind of second guesses himself, because one is that like he saw the planet Venus in like a full shape. It wasn't really like covered in shadows or anything, it's the full planet size. So if Earth was in the center, you can never technically see it because the planet Venus would just be spinning on its own, and then there's no way you can see the whole thing. Unless everyone's just like spinning around the sun, then you can see everything. So their task is to observe Venus tonight and see if like it kind of confirms his theory. Since he's really old, he doesn't really have the vision for it, so it's all up to Oxy. So that's cool. Oxy kind of like making himself useful. He's like very important right now. And the research kind of continues. So the scene was like very fast, but like also insanely well set up, where like we're just looking at the planet trying to confirm that it's a full circle, but also just like the hope you get when you see it, like the light kind of shining once he like looks up, and makes it so we kind of further progress our research. Piast kind of like accepts this. He gives Badini the key to his library, so now they have like all the research materials they could ever need, and I guess they kind of continue on with their plans. It looks like the squad is kind of like disbanding. Yolenta kind of like finished her job here, And also the stuff is like a bit blasphemous. So yeah, they don't really need to rely on everyone. Bedini's like gonna just like do it all on his own. Besides that, it looks like Piazza's kind of dying. I don't know if he actually dies here, but then it looks like he's like very happy, hopeful. He's like looking at the stars and he's like, oh, finally I found the truth. So I don't know if he actually died here. We'll see next week. But yeah, I mean, like the story kind of goes on. I'm kind of curious how it'll kind of end up. But yeah, decent kind of point here where, you know, it's kind of going a bit too well. We're solving most of the issues. So yeah, I'm kind of curious where the story goes from here. Also, we have the story of girls who couldn't be magicians, episode 8. Very chill episode. Yo, I love it every week. They're just like doing new shit with magic in this school. They're having fun during the winter vacation. It just feels so nice following Kurumi. Her friendship with Yuzu grows stronger, and then yeah, a lot of like new stuff happening each week. This time it's kind of like snowing really hard. It's like -40°C. So now they're kind of like stuck in their dorms. But then the fashion dude Asuka just like makes like kind of warm jackets for everybody, playing together, having fun. So that's cool. And then yeah, we see Kurumi kind of like walking on the ice, and then she almost falls in. That's pretty funny. But then this giant rock kind of saves her. It looks like this giant rock is also heated, so they use it for a sauna. I thought that was pretty creative. They have like this whole sauna day where they like kind of like sit in the steam room, and then they kind of cool off on the outside. I guess that's good for your skin. Besides that, after we do more slice of life adventures, they realized that the magic rock that they took was actually plugging a hole that was leaking magical energy. They have to fill that hole back up, or else like this ice will kind of like take over everything and like break everything. So yeah, the way to do it is they can put the rock back in, but the rock is too hot. So they don't really have too much time. Kurumi and Yuzu have to use the magic together. So Kurumi didn't feel confident using it. She gave up on magic, actually. We got to fix that. And also Yuzu, she's also like a bit inexperienced. So yeah, they work together. And then yeah, finally they both get to do magic. That's cool. Kurumi, first time doing magic. It's nice. They work together. You know, fun slice of life adventure. And then after that, you know, Kurumi finally does magic. So winter vacation is over. Everyone's back to school. It looks like there's a new festival coming up. But then Suzuki, the teacher, she's still absent. So yeah, she actually gets kidnapped in this episode. The teacher, the gray-haired teacher with the capybara, he kidnapped her. Oh my god, we gotta save her. I don't know how we're gonna save her, but she's stuck in like this glass cage. Can I use magic? I don't know why, but you know, hopefully we save her. This anime doesn't seem too sinister. There's like a dark plot line in the back, like happening with all the like ancient magic users. So it could be a bit dark if they go that way. But also, like, I feel like they'll save Suzuki, maybe. And yeah, that's it for the shows this week. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if there's any shows that I've been missing that I should talk about. But yeah, these are like kind of like the popular ones I've been watching. Blue Lock continues to have like the worst animation I've ever seen. It's so confusing to even tell what's happening, but the music is so fire, the art style, the kind of like suspenseful moments in the story. It could have been so good. I've been watching Demon Lord 2099, so it's like the reverse isekai cyberpunkish like type of story. It's pretty funny. There's like some high stakes moments. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. So yeah, I mean, Dandadan consistently like being good every week. Insane, very unpredictable. And yeah, besides that, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.